Hello Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your messages for the full moon, lunar eclipse in Cancer. Already meditated, shuffled on your sign, and with the cards here, just going to cut them here on camera for you. We're using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck, as I always do for the moon readings, and 6-card spread. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius Sun, you may resonate with these messages on a soul level. Sagittarius Rising, this may be manifesting in your physical world. And Sagittarius Moon, you may be feeling this on an emotional level. So we're going to also clarify with the tarot. Something I'm doing a little bit differently too with these readings is looking at the bottom of the deck after to tie together all the messages that we find with your cards. So welcome back to the subscribers. Welcome to anyone new to my channel. I do hope that you find these readings helpful. Keep in mind they're general and predictive, and I was led to, as I'm going to continue to be with coming on this platform and reading for the zodiac, spiritually led and major transit led, this lunar eclipse, you may feel the effects for a lot longer than usual. Full moon, because of the lunar eclipse that it's tied to, sun, earth, and moon will be aligned. So let's begin with your recent past. So we have magic stream with the worlds. Okay, so feel with this. Some of you have found your place in your world, your society. You've come full circle in some area, but as well, some of you have found that this is your 8th house, shared resources. If I didn't mention that, what you merge with as far as your resources, it's also a sexual house of intimacy, merging not just materially but physically as well, inheritances, property, any joint ventures, in your partner's resources. Okay, so with this showing in your recent past, I do feel that some of you have found your place in what would be, I feel, increasing opportunity for earning potential. This is some success and new opportunities for you to gain in your part in whatever you would be sharing your resources with, whoever you would be sharing your resources with. Some of you could have found love in Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Leo's coming up here too for me. So some of you, I feel this you found the end of a cycle here where you may have been unsure about where you fit in life and society, what you want to do as far as your career, or who you want to take a relationship further with. There could be this chance of expansion that some of you experienced on your own, that's given you a sense of you're okay. As long as you're a part of this field of work, you're going to be fine. You found this new opportunity for growth and earning potential, or for some of you, a transparent relationship, but also I feel someone that you may feel that you can grow with, someone that is going to reciprocate the love that you give. So for some of you, that's giving you a sense of wholeness, a sense of the possibilities are endless. So this closure is coming with this new cycle that you're going to be walking into, perhaps in, again, opportunities in your past that have given you a chance for growth and a feeling of worth, your self-worth, by being a part of either a partnership or a group. Okay, for some of you, I feel like you've found a partner that you know that the possibilities are endless with this person. You maybe feel like this is the one, in the sense you're done with your search in that aspect of who you would want to share your world with, share your life with. Okay, so here we have in your present point of advantage, commitment with the Six of Pentacles. So definitely a sure sign that from what you've seen and taken on as a new opportunity, a new connection, you're seeing that committing to this is going to be to your benefit, because there's this reciprocal energy and there's proof of this in your present moment, that what you're giving and what you're receiving seems to be in alignment with your goal, what you hoped a situation would be, whether that is sharing your resources or again coming into a place where your value, you feel valuable, you feel that your value is increasing, and your commitment to yourself in the sense of not settling for less than what you deserve. That's where you are. So this is this balance coming in where what you commit to is ready to commit to you, as far as what you put into a situation and what you get out of it. I feel that this is a sense that you're happy to commit to this new, either again opportunity of work, career, that you're where your resources would be coming from, and or your resources in a relationship, feeling that you are contributing, or also feeling like you've attracted someone who is also contributing to you and making things balance. And there's that sense that you are feeling very secure in your place, very secure in your relationship. And this is something I feel is definitely a positive thing, where we ended a cycle where there has been either lack, or I feel that some of you coming to a close with some situation or a cycle ending. You're definitely in a happier place, and not settling for less than you deserve here. There's something here where you are being reciprocated what you want. And some of you, this is commitment in the form of perhaps marriage. Could be talking of this with someone. For some of you, you could be ready maybe to expand. This is maybe some of you with a partner that you either maybe already have children with, or if you don't, you feel that this is the person that you would like to. Someone is responsible in that sense of that give and take energy. You're in that mode too. So it's just like an ever flowing. Again, the magic stream is a stream that flows. You being a part of an entity or a relationship or situation where there's this constant flow of goodness, and what is being reciprocated. No one's feeling like they're not getting what they want out of a situation. So some of you are coming into a better situation, whether it is professionally with the money that you're going to be earning, or the quality in the partner that you've attracted recently, where you're seeing and they're showing and proving to you that they're ready to be that other half. You're ready to commit to this. So that's a beautiful energy to find yourself in. What is your challenge or resistance? Dry desert with the Three of Swords. I feel like this is resisting, feeling lost, lack, or some of you could be resisting jealous energy, negative communications, adapting to a situation that you're not familiar with, where you are destitute. And for some of you, this is it's a challenge. I don't feel it's as a challenge. I feel it's more of a resistance, especially if you know when it's good, you feel it, you see material signs of it, even in how you feel in your heart space, you feel secure. And so you want to avoid feeling insecure after this feeling of being so secure. So some of you, I feel this is the challenge here is you're not ready for a situation that would cause that to change, because dry desert is about adapting to change. You don't want to be, you realize, I feel for some of you, maybe feeling like you realize that the importance of partnership and committing, and having a good reciprocal energy. So some of you are avoiding this sense of doing it on your own, going alone. for some of you, this could be, as far as a challenge, if it is a challenge for some of you, um, there may be some type of communication on the other side that has the potential to cause you to adapt to a new situation. But I really kind of get a sense that your back is turned to any negativity, and you feel that you can. I feel associations or things where you share with others, whatever you share with others, even if you share blood with others, and if it's a negative energy, you don't want that anymore. In trying your best to hold up a situation on your own without that other side reciprocating that your attitude is about, I'm going to commit to what is willing to commit to me. You know, I'm going to invest my time, my energy, my resources into what's going to produce the value that I'm giving here. So in that sense, I feel that you're avoiding that sense of, as well too, could be wanting to remain a bit comfortable in this state of mind, in even physically remaining in one space, not wanting to rock the apple cart too much or make drastic decisions too soon that would change how there's the stability. So or reciprocation coming in. So some of you are avoiding this. I feel also too, as you are adapting to this maybe new situation, maybe it's a new situation for you, there could be some jealousy around you that you feel that you may need to cut off communication with others that may be bringing a little bit of a jealous energy or jealous communication. It could be even a friendship that is not someone who's not in a space that where you are. Now, not all of you are coupling or coupled, so for those of you who may be single, and you're in this situation where you're committing to your coin, you're committing to your job, you're committing to a new career that is fulfilling you. There could be a sense that some of you, in that sense of security that you've come into for yourself, even, that you may not be ready to risk your sense of stability, risk where you've found your sense of balance in your life. So for some of you, that challenge could be that not being too sure if you want to take on a relationship. You know, you maybe feel a little bit jaded in the sense of opening up yourself to a relationship at this time. Again, your focus just could be on committing to yourself too, because sometimes that commitment card can mean that. So there's messages for everyone in here, not just, but I do feel for some of you too, and it could be predictive in the sense that you're not realizing what's in front of you yet, but you're about to be shown that. So in that sense of committing to, I feel that some of you are ready to kind of cut out anything that would interfere. Because this is also an interference. You don't want anything interfering with what has been established. There may be exes either on the other side or yours, possibly. Not feeling guilty about moving on from situations that were not giving you what you desired and what you needed. You know, you, I feel, are done with making yourself a martyr in any situation, that it was more take from you instead of that return. Okay. So for some of you, you may be avoiding or resisting, even if you still have feelings for someone. This is a new situation for you. And, you know, this is someone, I feel some of you may get a communication and it may pull at your heartstrings, but you would have to leave this individual or the situation. It needs to, there needs to be no communication. So some of you may have to work on cutting communication where there's dryness, where there's not fulfillment, and leave a person regardless of what the pain that they're communicating to you. And it could be, again, too, for someone like you're moving on, you're stabilizing. Don't let that pull you back. They have to adapt to what the situation is. Um, so, Now, I am picking up a little bit. I'm going to move on, but I feel like I am picking up for some of you, Sagittarius, for some of you, what the challenge or resistance is here. Um, Now, Six of Pentacles could be a reciprocation and balance, but there could also be this sense of one-sidedness on in some area for some of you. For some of you, you may be yet to find that balance in a partner, in a situation. I feel like some of you may be dealing with someone who is not being truthful or honest about what they can provide or what they can give to you. So be careful of that energy, or that may be something that you have to be wary of, people not being honest about their financial state or their responsibilities. So I'm picking up for a couple, I feel at least 3 different groups of Sagittarius is here. So you may have to be careful even as you are stabilizing in your world and committing to yourself. This interference energy, that's where I was getting. Interference of like someone who wants you for what you can provide for them rather than meeting you in the middle. This is your 8th house. There's a reciprocation that needs to happen for it to be at its most optimized, So that's what I feel like. That's what you feel like you're ready for. Now what we do have for your unexpected help, this is Mountain with the 6 of Cups, okay? So I feel with this is when the Mountain shows up as a positive, I feel like it's a sense of a form of protection from a reconciliation that may not necessarily be a good for you. You don't want to move backwards in this house. As you are elevating in some area of your life, whether it's elevating in your career where you're gaining more resources, or elevating in your sense of knowing what you want, not being afraid to voice that, and also being able to recognize what would be a good balance in a relationship. Don't go backwards in the sense of reconciling with someone. So there's this sense of needing to, there's this barrier where someone once was. And I also kind of am getting a little bit of a sense that it may even come by a way of a universal interference that kind of blocks a situation from the past coming back to haunt you. For some of you, I feel this is dealing with any past issues that you have in dating and relating to others, or merging and sharing with a partner. That harmony, what is that in your past that you need to kind of identify and work on within yourself, so that you can continue on a progressive road when it comes to attracting what's meant for you, and working within that relationship without fear of pain, of jealousy, or bringing in some negative form where you're not trusting the situation because it's new, or maybe feeling too good to be true. You don't want that to ruin, again, something from your past here that could be shed light on, that it's like you're ready to now to face something here that from your past needs some healing, some harmonizing within yourself. So now for some of you, it could be some form of protection from your past coming in. But I get a sense that this is a sense of identifying where there has been some conditioning in your past that has the potential to rear its head when things are just coming together for you right now. So it's important to work on yourself in the sense, not seeing someone or something with rose-colored glasses, but seeing where you may also need to keep a barrier up when it comes to things that you're sharing your future, sharing your resources, sharing what you have not worked up and come to this magic stream and this sense of success of new opportunities to move backwards and kind of carry someone else. That's not what it's about. It's about your growth, your evolution. And so I feel like you're just in a space where you're ready to attract more of where you are rather than where you have been. And this is 3/6 coming up here. So I feel this is just going to be a chance for you to reconcile the past with where you are now, and know where you need to shut doors, know where you need to keep things as far as your boundaries, setting your boundaries with people from your past where you were in a different state of valuing yourself. You're more in a state of valuing yourself. So I feel that that's something that you're going to have to keep, as far as like it not making it easy for the past to come back. Even if the past comes back and you feel like there's someone may have potential, you have to they have to prove themselves. You can't make it easy for anyone from your past to come back. And if they're not showing and proving themselves, then you need to kind of keep that distance. You need to keep that, and that's a form of protection for you. It sounds almost a little uninvolved in that sense, but it's not really though. Some people don't grow. Some people are not progressing or evolving in the state that you are in. And you don't want to find yourself in a situation where someone's pulling you back, or again, taking more of your resources, not just material resources, but your emotional resources, your spiritual resources, your energy. You don't want that sucking it, this is, I feel, the challenge is maybe some of you may need to find a new environment, or again just create barriers where that energy sucking energy is not coming to kind of pull you backwards. So I feel that's something of a challenge for some of you. But this is an unexpected help. So even could be something with your schedule, or something where there's like you don't even have time for it anymore, but your focus here is on harmonizing with what is speaking to your soul, what is speaking to your emotions. So you not only have this kind of material balancing going on, you also have this emotional balancing going on. Okay, so what we have for your advice: protecting treasure with the Queen of Wands. So definitely this sense of protection going on, and as well too with you and your energy, being open to what is valuable, but making sure that you know what, if you know it's not. I feel like your discernment in that area is strengthening. I feel this as well, your confidence raising, but as well as your confidence raising, anything that has threat to your confidence or sees you smiling and wants to kind of rain on your parade, it's like, nope, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to stick with my positive attitude. I'm going to stick with what's new in my life, what's satisfying me, and always, and just standing in your power. But standing in your power with a sense of there's an umbrella here. Whoever's on this umbrella, under this umbrella, that's what you're gonna, that's what you're gonna be open to. That's what you're going to, where you're gonna feel your best self, and you're gonna feel like you can express and be yourself, and be confident about asking for what you want and receiving what you deserve here. But also at the simultaneously, it's a sense of like whatever's going on around you. Protect yourself from anything that threatens that sense of position that you've gotten yourself in, where you are confident, where you feel like you are able to manifest and attract what it is that you desire. I also get a sense too, for some of you, this is in a sense, who you even allow to see, who you see, who your company you keep. Okay, your resources, even in the sense of your energy and your presence. Protect your presence. Protect who has the ability to come around you in that sense. Who you share your company with. You may become a lot more discerning about that. And this is your advice, that you should be. Okay, so what we do have for the outcome, intention with the Ten of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, there's a sense of you realizing what, as far as a mask or side of your ego that needs to die for you to continue to walk into this new space, this new magic stream where you are gaining more of what you value, attracting what your value is. There may have been some part of yourself where you needed to be some ways, a certain way, in a certain world or a certain phase or some cycle or what you were surrounded by. But there's a need here for you to let go. And I feel it's letting go of hardening yourself or being jaded or having a tough exterior based on what you were dealing with. This is a sense of having an intention of knowing what you need to put it into, even as far as your communication, for sure. For some of you, I feel that this is your intention is to, again, couple up. This is the 22. Two equals coming together, two partners coming together and making something, making a plan. For some of you, I feel like some of you, this is a new partnership. If you're in a relationship, you may be deciding on a plan to end what has been keeping you separate. As far as some of you are separated by distance, okay? So I feel like for some of you, identifying that is, in a sense, maybe what can bring us together more. It could be closing a distance gap here, because some of you could have connected with someone at a distance. So some of you your intention may be to change what has been a struggle of coming together in your living situation. So some of you may be cohabitating. Some of you, again, if you're not in a relationship, this is not translating to merging. Again, this is just, there's a different way that you are going to be expected to present yourself or behave in a different type of work environment. I feel that some of you, in a sense, you're letting go of, you're shedding something here as it comes to how you would either present yourself, communicate, or operate in one sphere as you're going into another. And for others of you, I feel like this is knowing where who you need to put an end to communication with, who you need to put an end to, you know, also to knowing the intentions of others. I feel that there will be some kind of quick conclusions that you'll come to with whether or not you and someone can merge together on anything, or if you can't. And I get kind of a sense that you will be kind of have a really kind of razor sharp intuition into that, as you are maybe you know who is who in your life, in that sense. So I feel, and also too, some self-analysis too about the past and what has been some blockages, or some challenges, or whatever, something that you have been conditioned in that you realize maybe is not serving you any longer. I feel like for some of you, your intention will be to put an end to that, and you may come into practice with that. Something with self-help, or even gaining some inspiration somewhere where you can set your intention to actively, like, let go of a part of yourself that is not going to serve you in this next phase, this next stage, this new relationship. Okay, so pretty straightforward for you Sagittarius. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, see how these messages tie together. Okay, so we have Solitude at the end of the Oracle deck, and we do have the Devil. So I feel for some of you, this is in your reflection, whatever it is, the habits, the things that have been holding you back, that you do want to put an end to. Anything toxic within yourself. I feel this is, the Solitude card is like taking a moment to reflect and look at yourself and what needs to change, where you need to free yourself from being psychologically tied or bound to one way of operating, being, or even what you accept in your world. I feel like that's a sense of that with this Solitude card and the Devil. This is like because sometimes, and most times, we are our worst enemies, okay? And sometimes I feel, as far as humans go, the person in the mirror should be your only enemy in that sense. So I feel like some of you are really kind of in this place to, some of you as well, I'm getting in a new situation where you're committing to, and there's this good value that you're attracting. There may be some communication as far as like, but this has to change, or we may not go any further. Or there's this challenge here now that I'm seeing in our connection that we need to work on, or you need to work on, to protect what is valuable, what you've attracted to yourself. So this is you as well. As the advice is to take action in that. Because the communication may be coming from a place of concern, or also as well as someone is bringing value to your life. They can see the value or potential of the value that you can bring into theirs, but it's a sense of maybe, but this is something there that's like, I don't feel, it's like more of a fear or a threat, could be, or it just could be a tough conversation where someone just kind of lays something out here that, you know, I'm getting not an ultimatum, I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of a deal breaker. Something's a deal breaker for someone. And so if it's you or if it's them, there's this need to kind of reflect, and a need to reflect and see where you have been trapped in your mind, and found yourself in toxic situations. What can you do as well to just continue that progression where you're releasing that sense of an ego, a part of yourself that will just kind of continue to keep this flow of cohesiveness and reciprocation going. So neighbors are deciding to have a party right at the end of this video, so it's probably showing up here on the camera. I apologize for that, but thank you so much for watching. I did start Twitter, and I'm putting like short, insightful messages with pictures of the oracle cards or the tarot, where with the zodiac, and that's also spirit led as far as when I feel moved to do that. And that's the same as well. I'll be coming to this channel with, so it's really distracting. I really apologize for that, but thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you would like a personal reading with me, that information is below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you. Take care.